Let it not be said, Aries, that I play favourites. You have also got me wearing my crown, which I suppose, you being Aries, could kind of be like glamour horns, couldn't it? You know, I'm just plugging something in, by the way. This is your glamour horns, and have you seen the t-shirt? Yes! As the mother of an Aries boy, I've earned my stripes, can I just say? Okay, let's take a couple of cards for you straight off the bat. Let's just see what the energy is for you that is knocking around. Swing! In my experience, Aries, you lot are going through what we would say in writing is like a narrative arc. You're creating a bit of a story. Things are changing, and mostly for the better, but it's not for the faint-hearted. It's like big new directions, and I'm basing this on all the Aries friends that I've got, which is quite a few, and the boy, you know, all of my, yeah, look at that. Your work life, your life purpose, the whole bit is going like, okay, we've been in first gear for a while. Let's whack it onto overdrive, whatever that is. Is there an overdrive? If there isn't, there should be. Okay, you are the overdrive. Seven of Pentacles, first of all. I mean, let's face it, not the most interesting looking card, but building something. Remember with the Seven of Pentacles as well, it's more of a kind of farming card. I know. Planting the seeds, sowing the seeds, you know, tilling the ground, all that kind of stuff. That actually Aries secretly likes. You like it best when there's something. Actually, I don't think Aries does like drama. You like action. And I would love you to tell me in the comments section. I believe Aries is a bit misunderstood in terms of this. Because Aries has quite a sensitive heart, actually. I know you guys. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Because you are the real Aries around here. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is interesting because it's obviously the next one on from the Seven. So this is Sun in Virgo. It's getting something done. It's giving me an itchy eye. Getting something done. Maybe there's something a bit irritating. Maybe there's something you've got to get over in order to achieve what you need to achieve, which of course is a classic storytelling thing. Something happens that's, you know, impeding it. We're talking, what's that movie about 100 years ago with Kevin Bacon in? Footloose. We're going to ban dancing. You'll never stop us dancing. Oh my God, even my phone is dancing. Let me switch that off. By the way, that's my mum because I've sent her a message. I bought myself a silk pillowcase. I treated myself so that my crazy hair, which is already crazy, wouldn't get crazy. I sent her a message saying, can I spin a silk pillowcase? This is one Pisces to another, okay? Get a message back going, something along the lines of, you know, if you got a silkworm and then you spun it, then you would have the core of the material. I'm like, I meant in the washing machine. Oh God, talk about classic. Okay, so something big. Think of the spider, okay? Spiders create these webs. I bet, and if any of you want to chime in again in the comments, but I bet inside this web there is like a Fibonacci sequence. It's a complete miracle. And sometimes all you see of it, I remember in winter when I used to drive the boys to school, there would be like my wing mirror and frost, and all the frost caught on this beautiful web. We see it, they just knock around, they seem like nothing, but the intricacy and the importance of what you're doing at the moment, don't underestimate it, Aries. Don't underestimate yourself, and don't underestimate that there is an emotional element to it as well. Okay? You're not just using up general energy, you're going to need to use up some emotional energy. So there's going to be something asked for, required, tested. Okay? So at the top here, I'm going to do life purpose. I'm going to do about this, what we're getting on with, okay? What you need to be doing. Then I'm going to look at your love life in the bottom line using my... Oh God, that was That was reckless. That was reckless. Oh, can you imagine? Sometimes that is the way that I do tarot readings. There will be an extended love reading. So you get right into the love reading, there'll be an extended one. It's the first link in the description box. Nice. Ace of Swords knocking around. Sorry, yeah, Ace of Swords. That's an epiphany. That, okay, fair enough. Cut the pack again. It's there again, so it can come out and play. Right. Ace of Swords on the table. Epiphany. Look, Ouroboros. We've even got Infinity. And I'll tell you what I'm getting for your reading, which is random because, full disclosure, I didn't get maths when I was at school. You know, I left with a handful of what we call GCSEs in the UK. Wasn't my finest moment, but I didn't get maths. I never got maths. And I've always made it my life's work to do a job where I didn't need maths. But I have got a weird intuition for number sequences and spiritual number stuff. Not crazy as in, I do believe it's 11:11 like every 5 seconds on every clock, and you know that means I've got to do X, Y and Z. I'm kind of half in with that, but also think it's important not... I think there's a fine line between that and OCD, okay? And I don't really want to cross it. Why am I confessing everything to you, Aries? Anyway, I'm getting Infinity and I'm getting Ouroboros, which is the snake that eats itself. And I'm getting Fibonacci, okay? None of which I understand. But they kind of go together, and it's something to do with patterns and destiny. Whatever you're doing at the moment, or whatever you're not doing but you're thinking of doing, it's very important that you do it. And that you take it seriously, no matter what. Oh, look at that bad boy. That is so beautiful. 4 of Cups. Sorry, 6 of Cups. God. Now, I'm also getting, and this is weird because this is all channeled and it's dead strange. In psychology, and one of you will know this in the comments, there's a thing where you have this ink drawing. It's got a name. I won't look it up on my phone, but you go like that, and it's like the things you used to do when you were a kid. You know, when you used to do paintings and then you used to go like that and they'd sort of make a mirror image. I'm getting this mirror image psychology ink splat thing, and if any of you can tell me what it is, I'll be eternally grateful. 6 of Cups is also the childhood sweetheart card, and it's also the card of something that, a seed that was sown ages ago. So this is something of a pattern that you already know. It's an emotional pattern that's playing out. And it's very important for you to know that it's an emotional pattern, as well as a sort of what's happening in the 3D, what's happening under the ground is an emotional pattern, a destiny pattern. You know, if you want it cheesy Hallmark tea towel, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I just don't like saying the words "it was meant to be," because that to me is in the same wheelhouse as everything happens for a reason. This isn't a reason. Everything happens for a pattern. Oh my God, that's I'm almost rapping. That's a rhyme. Everything happens for a pattern. That's what I get for you. Channeled message. 4 of Pentacles. Now, someone else got this, another star sign, I can't remember now. This is like the weakest link. Somebody says bank at crucial moments to make sure that the money, you don't do a wrong question and the money just flies away. Someone goes bank. Make sure, and this could be money, it could be anything to do with literally banking, you know, like make sure you're getting paid right at work, make sure you're banking and investing properly, make sure even if you haven't got much money that what you have got is in the right place. If you can save £1 or $1 a week, do that, because it's the habit. And also, it's not the amount of money, it's the pattern you're creating. So what you can, this is huge for you at the moment. It's making me feel really excited. Whatever you do, however small, you're planting seeds here, which will really, really grow in the future. Okay, I've had this for Aries for a while, since about last April 2024, when Mercury went retrograde in Aries. Everything changed for you. That doesn't mean everything changed, glitter and unicorns, you know, let's do the big ball drop, hurrah. It means everything changed destiny-wise, and that can be quite an ugly process. You know, it's ugly and it's sweet. It's a bit of both. We then have, very nicely, the Nine of Wands. Think of this as your framework. Think of this as your boundaries, okay? Aries, in my experience, normally, get the t-shirt straight, normally have pretty good boundaries on the outside, but inside, sometimes they need a bit of emotional work. For a few of you, and I'm going to look at your love life now, actually, and show you the cards. Oh, that's nice. For a few of you, and it's interesting how that card mirrors that card as well. Just like these look like rungs, and those look like rungs. For a few of you, there may be something about an emotional relationship and boundaries. God, so many cards coming out. Then we get the Moon. Okay, accept, Aries, which is not always easy for Aries to accept, that you're not going to know. Like, some of it is hunches and mystery. God, that looks pretty nice though, doesn't it? And then I pull the Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups. So I feel like we're sort of bridging into your love life here. So I'm going to put my King of Cups up here. This is someone who's very emotionally in tune with things. So let's get the old love deck. Come on, you can come out and play. And you can come out and play as well. Yeah. Okay. What do we need to know, please, for Aries? Hey. Oh, God. Get on. And again. And I want the one off the bottom for this one, it's saying as well. Yes. Okay. Got these two waiting in the wings. Right. Well, winner, winner, chicken dinner or vegan alternative, and we love this card. It's gorgeous if you're a fire sign. I mean, it's gorgeous if you're not, to be honest. It's just a gorgeous card to get, isn't it? Wonderful card. It's a winner. It's a feeling that you can get there. It's also, for some of you, I feel like you're worried about something which may well work out a lot better than you think, which is a very nice thing. Now, that's quite a sexy, exciting card when you get the Six of Wands, okay? It's like, let's go. Excitement, a good feeling, it's good fortune, it's winning, it's all of those exciting. It's a wand card, so it's fire. So Aries, it really suits you. Suits you, sir. Ooh. Suits you. Six of Wands. Then the Ace of Pentacles. This is calming it right down. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. I know. This feels like taking something back to basics, this Ace of Pentacles. I am a big fan of the Ace of Pentacles, particularly when we get, you should be making bank. So when you think about it in relationships, it's like emotional bank. There can't be anything left out there, anything not accounted for. Nine of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo. Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is a bit like the Nine of Wands. You're looking after yourself first. And it's not like an inherent selfishness. It's high regard for your assets. So, one message for your love life that I have at the moment is don't sell yourself cheap. You can do so much better than you think. Okay, very important. Everybody thinks because Aries can come across as really confident, but underneath you are very sensitive souls and you're not half as confident as everybody else thinks. Okay, and I know that because I've lived with one for a long time, and and my best friend as well is one. So those are the two people I've actually spent virtually my most time with. So I've watched, as a Pisces, very different from you, Aries. We're very different. But I've observed and I've watched and I've seen high times and low times. And there are ways that I deal with my Aries sun and my Aries best friend that are not too much in their face. Because when an Aries has an emotional, you know, it's a bit like hurty, you know, when a kid falls over and they've hurt their knee. So when Aries has an emotional wound, an emotional, I don't know what to call it, sort of metaphorical bruise, you can't really directly always deal with it. So for me, talking to you, you know, if you were upset, like my best friend, if she's upset, I've told you this before, she's gonna, this is back in the day, probably not so much now we're older, but let's say back in the day when we're in our like early 20s or maybe even teens, she's gonna get drunk and she's gonna get some fags and she's gonna come round to my house, and I'm not gonna ask why she's drunk, why she's here, or why she's shown up at 11 o'clock at night or whatever it is. I'm just gonna say, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a cup of coffee? Or do you want to bring the bottle of wine? Let's go sit in the garden. And it will come out. Or it won't. She may not want to talk about it. It doesn't always help Aries to talk about it. Sometimes it just helps you to be around someone safe that you trust emotionally. And that time kind of resets you enough that you take action very quickly after that. And it seems like it came out of nowhere, but it didn't come out of nowhere. So, your love life, I feel like there is an issue, or there is something that is a bit of a hurty, that is a bit of a emotional sticking point. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So what that is telling us, as it always is with the Queen of Pentacles, I call her the Queen of Velvet Waiting. If you really want whatever it is, a person, a relationship, a thing, this relationship, whatever, you need to make peace with where you're at, Aries. Even if that is not where you want to be. Be elegant about it, make peace with it, enjoy where you are. This is a card of great patience and understanding and low-level action and low-level emotion. Let's look at the next two cards. The Lovers. I think I know what that, oh my God. Go big on the majors. Right, we've got the Lovers, we've got the Magician in the house. The Lovers means there ultimately is going to be a decision to make. For me with the Lovers, that decision always involves a sacrifice of something, but it also isn't usually right now. That's what we're saying. It's not time for action at the moment. It's time for observation. It's time for getting your ducks in a row. It's time for putting yourself first, making emotional bank, making sure that you are okay, that you feel good about things. There will be a crucial decision, okay? It is not yet. It's part of what's happening now, but it's like you're laying the foundation for a good building, okay? We've got the Magician, which I think links in with the Father of Cups. A mercurial figure, somebody who you don't quite know yet. And it doesn't matter if you're already connected with this person. It feels like there's some energy about this person, or there is something about this person they haven't said yet, or that you don't know yet. okay? And we have the Four of Cups. If you're feeling up on your own grill about this, if you're feeling really anxious about this, if you're in a bit of a state, if you're kind of flapping, you're wanting to know, you're trying to strategize, any of those things, take it back to emotional neutral, okay? Remember, yes, Six of Wands, it's a lot better than you think. This turns out a lot better than you think. And then we get the Nine of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces. What is your emotional wish? This is like having a genie and you can make wishes, okay? So focus on what you want to happen, not on what you're scared of happening. Focus on manifesting. Focus on how things look in an ideal world, however ridiculous that seems or sounds, okay? Going to take a love oracle card. In the extended reading, I am going to take out a new deck and I'm going to take cards for your person, what's going on with this person, what is it we don't know, and what is the best way forward. How do they feel? What's happening? We're going to kick the tires a little bit. Yes. We've got unseen. This is about, is there something you have not yet seen? And that is to do with this magician. Okay? Is there something they've not pulled out of their hat? And then hide away. This is like time alone with somebody, one-to-one, secret time, intimacy, time just for the two of you, either to talk, to thrash it out, or to be together. But I don't think we're here yet because we've got that Lovers, okay? I'm going to unpack what the magician's got under his hat. If you want the extended, it's the first link under the video in the description box. Leave me a comment as well, Aries, about how you deal with your emotions, because I'm very interested to know. And I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.